Hey there. Welcome back to Cities in a Blink, where we uncover the stories behind the world's cities, one blink at a time. Today, we will explore why Belgium and Luxembourg chose Brussels and Luxembourg City as their capitals. Picture the first days of a new country. Everything is unstable, everyone is watching, and the wrong choice of capital can turn a political problem into a permanent fracture. Belgium's story starts with a city that becomes a headquarters by accident and then by necessity. On the 25th of August 1830, people leave a performance of the opera La Meute de Portici at Brussels Theatre, de la Meute, and riots erupt in the streets. In that moment, Brussels stops being just a major city and becomes the place where the crisis is managed, where leaders must act fast, where legitimacy is tested in public, and where the idea of Belgium begins to organize itself into a functioning state. That is how a capital is born before it is declared. And later Belgium makes it official in the clearest possible language. Article 194 of the Belgian Constitution states that the city of Brussels is the capital of Belgium and the seat of the federal government. Now, switch to Luxembourg, and the story is quieter but colder. No single night of uprising, just a city that geography turned into destiny. Luxembourg City sits on steep, rocky terrain shaped by valleys and rivers. A position so strategic that Europe spent centuries building it into a fortress and fighting over who got to hold it. UNESCO describes it as one of Europe's greatest fortified sites, from the 16th century until 1867, repeatedly reinforced as it passed from one major power to another. Then comes the turning point that changes Luxembourg City from a pawn into a national center. The Treaty of London in 1867 declares Luxembourg permanently neutral, requires the Prussian garrison to withdraw, and orders the dismantling of the fortress so the city cannot be used as a military weapon by outsiders again. And here's the twist. The walls coming down does not erase the city's importance. It transfers that importance to Luxembourg itself. Brussels becomes capital because it is where a new nation learned to govern in real time under pressure. And Luxembourg City becomes capital because history proved it could not be ignored until neutrality finally let it fully belong to the country. If you love discovering cities and the stories behind them, hit that subscribe button and join us for more adventures. Next up, we are heading to Rome, Italy, where the capital was not simply chosen. It was the last piece of the puzzle, guarded by history, politics, and an ancient wall that had to be breached before Italy could finally call itself complete. Thanks for watching Cities in a Blink, where stories of cities come alive, one blink at a time.